What's going on, guys? Greg here with Chronicles, and if you've seen the last couple videos, you saw that I finished up my portion of the backcountry gear list, and we're waiting for Keith to finish up his, so we can kind of get all the videos uploaded, so that they're kind of daily. But there was a couple items that everybody has their kind of own thing that they want to take on a trip. Personal items that they just don't ever leave without on a trip that's extended in the woods, whether it's East Coast backcountry, West Coast backcountry. A lot of people think there is no backcountry in the East Coast. They've obviously never been to anywhere near the Appalachian Trail, but yes, most of the backcountry area is known in the West. So when people travel far distances, there's some personal things that they just like to have with them that they take on every trip wherever they're from. So a couple of things that I wanted to run through that are what I think are kind of necessities, and a few that are just kind of, if you have the room and the weight is not too much that you can still fit it in the pack, I would take them. So first thing is a multi-tool. Obviously I have my knife. I always still keep a pocket knife on me. Whether I'm hunting, out for the day, basically I always have a knife of some sort on me. But in the backcountry, there's a lot of things that could break, could go wrong, and you need to be able to fix those things. So one thing that I take is a Leatherman. This particular one is the Leatherman Signal, and this is kind of your basically camp multi-tool, more or less. You don't need one of those big heavy ones that they make. They make, I don't know, they have 30 or 40 different versions of Leathermans. This particular one I like because this actually came out 4 or 5 years ago. This is kind of the all-around outdoorsman tool. So you've got pliers, standard and needle nose. You've got line cutters or wire cutters. You've got bottle openers, screwdrivers. What's really cool is on the back side of this, at the bottom, that's actually a hammer. So if you got some tent pegs that don't want to go in, or you need to bang something, you can. It also has a sharpening stone, so if you have you knife those out while you're skinning or boning game, you can sharpen it. And on the other side is actually a ferro rod right here. So that for those of you that don't know, or know what it is but don't exactly know how it works, it's basically a magnesium type stick. It's meant to create sparks, and what's cool with both the knife sharpener and the ferro rod on this one, you can actually remove them from the tool to use them. So you can use the knife on the tool to actually create the spark with the ferro rod. So, and I apologize, one of our dogs is barking in the background. Also has a clip if you need to clip it onto your pack, but it does come in a sheath. I prefer to run it in the sheath, and that way I know where it's at all times. Secondly, we're back to a gear grab, because actually my Leatherman will go in here. Being in the backcountry and not showering for 8 days or 9 days is a pretty big thing for some people. Similar to the dish rag that I showed you in the cook kit, this is from the same company. Again, I don't remember where I got these. I don't know if it was Outdoor Retailer or something like that, but this is actually a facial cloth to wash. So you have leftover hot water from whatever you're cooking, you want to give yourself a little rub down. It is nice to have. So I keep that, and I don't have a piece here with me right now, but I keep a piece of sponge about that big with me. So if there's any type of condensation that builds up in your tent or on your tarp, rather than trying to hit the tent or the tarp to get it off, basically keep a little piece of sponge and just kind of run it down and get that moisture off there, and you can wring it out. So that will stay in here, and along with my Leatherman. And again, this way they're in a gear grab. I know where they're at. They're not falling into the bottom portion of my pack somewhere or getting lost in a pocket. So that all stays in this little gear grab. Like I said, Viam makes all different sizes. That's their smallest one. So everything's there. Two other items. One is pretty self-explanatory. If you know that you're going to be in weather and there's going to be a lot of rain or a lot of snow, and you have electronics, GPS, cell phone, cameras, a dry bag is essential. So this is just happens to be one extra dry bag. I have them in like a kabillion different sizes. And basically these are just roll tops, and then it has the clip. But with these, what's nice about this particular brand, this is a Peregrine brand, it has a hard piece inside here, so it actually keeps it from kind of folding over on itself. And this one also has the clear window in the front, so I can see what's in there. So if I happen to grab this out of my bag and I think there's something in there that may not be, so this is another good place for like driver's licenses, wallets if you're taking, you know, cash with you. The wallet that I use is not very big. This is actually a Vargo outdoors wallet. So it actually has all of my IDs, my carry permits, all that stuff in there. It does have a bottle opener on it, and it is titanium. It weighs next to nothing. And then my cash, I just band to it with the little band that's actually on the wallet. So like this. So I would keep that in there because I don't want my IDs to get, you know, trashed. And then last but not least, this product I actually started using quite a bit during whitetail hunts, because I don't wear shoulder length gutting gloves. I just wear regular rubber gloves. So these are from Grime Boss, and they're hunting wipes. So they're moisture rich, you know, moisture enriched wipes in there, and basically it's good for your hands, face, and gear. So gutting something out, it's got blood all over you, got blood all over your hands, obviously you're gonna have blood up if you're reaching into the carcass of a game to remove entrails. So I like to have those on me when I'm whitetail hunting, and again, depending on the hunt, the pack, what my weight is, how long I'm going to be gone for, I will throw those in. If not, you know, obviously there's plenty of water sources that you can have your washcloth and be able to wipe down, and then just rinse it back out. But so there's just some extras along with the other extras that we showed you that would be a good additional add-ons. One of them, don't know where I stuck it, was the jet boil. Again, I use the wood stove. Again, depending on where you're hunting, where you're camping, if there's any regulations on an open fire, then obviously you need to know that before you leave for your trip so that you can adjust your stove to what you can or cannot use. So other than that, stay tuned. You'll see a breakdown on the different Wilderness Athlete products, Rowdy Bars, OutdoorPantry.com food, and we'll go from there. Talk to you later.